So, welcome to this video. I am Letitia Brownlee, and I'm going to talk to you about how to use Meetup to build your community for your travel business, and also how to automate your list building using Meetup and Zapier. And I use ActiveCampaign for my email automation provider, but you can use any popular um, email automation provider such as MailChimp, ConvertKit, whatever is your preferred. The tools needed for this is Meetup and a Meetup account, a Zapier account, and account with whatever email automation provider you use. Again, I'm using ActiveCampaign. So a little bit about Meetup. Meetup is a site that lets you build groups and communities around your niche. My group is a wine lovers group. I focus on the DMV, the Maryland, DC, Virginia area, and we do food and wine events throughout the area as well as internationally and domestically. So, assuming that you already have your Meetup group account created, this is my Meetup group. I've started this group in 2014, and really got it growing around 2017. I met with Paul Cartwright, who taught me how to build an engaged group, because before that, it was just a group that I was slowly, painfully building. But once meeting with Paul owns the Never Travel Solo group. He travel business. He built his entire business off of Meetup, and so he was a huge motivator for me. So when building your group, you want to make sure that you do a few things. When you should definitely use the profile questions for your Meetup group. This allows you to qualify your members a little bit deeper, so you can ask them whatever pertains to your business. I like to know if they're a newbie wine lover, what is their favorite red varietal, what's their favorite white varietal, and I ask them whether they are interested in traveling outside the DMV, because again, I'm trying to build a food and wine travel club with my Meetup group. And the most important question is asking for their email. And you just make sure that you let them know that you care about their privacy. You're never going to spam them. But this question allows you to get their email to add it to your email automation. So another thing I highly recommend is make your group private. When you make your group private, you are not, unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, but you will not be able to move it back to public, because Meetup assumes that you've asked some sensitive information like their email. And then I recommend approving everyone that joins your group. That way you'll know you've gotten truly qualified members joining your group that are your ideal client. And then I recommend that you require a photo. Because I'm a local food and wine group, I have to know who I'm welcoming to events that when members attend. So if someone signs up with a photo that's not of themselves, I don't know who they are. I can't welcome them. So I require that they have a picture of themselves when they request to join. I recently had someone try to join with a Christmas cat gift, or however you call it, and I had to reject her because who are you? When you're trying to attend one of my events, I can't look for a cat gift. So I had to have her reapply and showing her actual face. So those just a few pointers. The questions are a must because you qualify and then you get their email. But the other three, approving the photo, the privacy, that's up to you. But when you have these extra added requirements for people to join, you kind of create that exclusivity and that FOMO for people who are interested in that the niche that you're in. And once you get your group growing a little bit and people see that, it kind of entices them to join, but you also get that information you need to market to them. So we're going to go to Zapier. And a bit about Zapier. Zapier is a tool that allows you to connect other softwares to each other. We have all these different softwares for our businesses, and none of them are connected, like our CRM, our email provider, any of the tools that we use. But Zapier makes automating tasks within our businesses a lot easier, allowing us to work on our business first in it. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a Zap between Meetup and ActiveCampaign or your preferred email provider. So we're going to search for Meetup, and then we will search for our email provider. Mine is ActiveCampaign. And again, we're going to have Meetup, and we're going to have Zap trigger an action from a new member joining our Meetup. The action will add them to our list. So I select the create and update contact, because if it so happens that you have a member already in your list, Zapier will notify ActiveCampaign to update that contact. But if they're not in your list, they will create a new contact in that list. So we're going to use the Zap. And then what we're going to do from here is we're going to select all of our accounts and connect them to Zapier. So you're going to select the Meetup account that you have. Hit continue. We're going to select the group that we want this Zap to create. Hit continue, and it's going to pull all that information from your Meetup group. So we're going to test and review, and it's going to pull the most recent member that has joined into the group. So I have a dummy account here for myself, and it's pulled all my information from Meetup. And you're going to hit done, editing. Now we're going to pull into our ActiveCampaign information into Zapier. Excuse me. So you're going to select your ActiveCampaign account. And you're going to select the list that you created in ActiveCampaign that you want Zapier to put that information from Meetup into. So I created a dummy list, and it's going to, I'm going to select the email from the questions that I created in Meetup. So let's look for that one. And then I like to select the full name, because when people join Meetup, sometimes they don't put both their first and last name, and sometimes it's just a random, it's not complete name. So if you use the full name, you'll get whatever name that's in that field. So you're not just selecting the first and last name, you're collecting anything that's in that name field. And then I go down and I select the questions that I put into that Meetup group. So are they a newbie wine lover? Is the first question. Newbie wine lover. What's their favorite red? What's their favorite white? Are they interested in traveling outside the DMV? And then they give me ideas when I ask them if they're interested in traveling outside the DMV, and if so, where. So that gives me an idea of destinations to start focusing on for planning different trips. So where did I put that at? There we go. And then I also like to add their member profile URL and the member ID and the date they joined. So this just gives me more information that connects my ActiveCampaign list to Meetup, in case if their name isn't matching what's in Meetup and ActiveCampaign. Sometimes I at least have that member ID where I can search Meetup to find them. So we're going to pull in their group profile link, their member ID number, and then the date they joined. So whenever anyone joins, this is the details that's going to be put into your ActiveCampaign list, so that you can start marketing to them and marketing what interests them. So you're going to hit that, and we see the preview that is tested. We're going to just test and review one more time just to make sure everything is connected. And as you can see, all the things are connected, and that's done editing. And now that we've created the Zap, it's ready to be turned on. And that's it. Go to your Zaps, you see where it's located. This is that Zap that I just created. I have quite a few that I just created. And that is it. I hope that helped. And if you have any questions, please let me know. I'm here to help. And I hope to make more videos of these different tools that I use to automate my business. It's taken me a while to figure this out, but now that I have, I can't wait to share with everyone. So thank you so much. Talk to you later. Bye.